Welcome back, Scrunchy Moms Club.
Hello. Hi. Actually, I said I was ready. I mean, I'm ready. You can still roll it, but I forgot to turn my
Oh, well,
volume
I'll
off.
start.
No, I was
I'll
just going to
explain
say
why my
something.
voice sounds like I've been smoking 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
I forgot to put the volume off on my baby monitor. People can
Oh, you're
relate.
fine, girl.
Our
You're
kids are
fine.
sleeping.
So, yeah,
Um,
this is a nighttime sesh. I sound like a freaking hooligan,
no,
but
you
it's
sound so
fine.
much better than you did the other
Oh
day.
my God. Yeah. So it's so funny because my voice is not indicative of how I feel anymore. Like, this is making it sound way worse, but I guess it's like just start with me because I'm here on the floor. But
Because it's a day that ends in a Y. But go ahead.
so I do apologize for my voice, but the sickness has struck my house. All the times I make fun of Savannah, I have been humbled.
Hmm.
The sickness cameth upon us, and yeah, for the last like almost 2 weeks, we have
I was going
been
to say, so after I saw you, I thought you were like on the up and up, and then you had a
no, and then
smoker's.
my voice, like,
Yeah.
well, I went to a funeral on Sunday, and I was speaking to everybody and their mom, and
Okay.
then like after that funeral, it was like my voice just like tanked for the whole week this week
But
so
that was the
far.
only other symptom. Like, it's not like you got
No, like
another
that's what I'm
cold.
saying. Like I sound worse than I actually am.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm still a little stuffy and I still have a tiny cough, but like I'm pregnant and I can't do anything about it. So,
Yeah. No, I'm sure it's just
yeah,
from talking and all that.
exactly. So, been trying to like rest this week, Well, last week we had a very sick child.
Mhm.
And both of us were sick too. Like I hate when like Sam is sick at the same time as me cuz like why can't I just have my thing? Why can't I just be sick?
Yeah,
Why does it
you're
have to
very
be all of us?
passionate about this.
I am very passionate about it because like can I have my own thing for once?
Yeah, but like that's kind of how sicknesses work is they pass it around the household, but I get it because the man cold is a real thing and it's like just suck it up. Like you have a job to do. I have a
Yeah.
million jobs to do.
Yeah.
Um I get it. I get you.
So that's the only thing. But yeah, so and then Jonah's sickness kind of turned into an ear infection this week. So we're on the amoxicillin train. So it's been a time at the Berlant household, but we are pushing
Survivors.
through because we went to Asheville not last weekend, but the weekend before. And like ever since like we all got home, everybody was sick. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Yeah, I feel like we
Yeah,
haven't caught up properly because
last week was kind of not on the routine. It was
well, yeah,
it
and
was
last week was our doula episode with Candace. I hope everybody loved it like we did.
all the feedback I've gotten is very positive.
Yeah, everybody's been like, hell yeah. Like she was so cool. And yeah, I have my OB appointment tomorrow, so I'm gonna talk to them about it. So
Good. But yeah, I feel like we haven't chatted in a while. Just like, I don't know, life has been life and over here in the Tortorisi household as well.
mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just been I feel like my kids we're on me, right? We're on me now.
I mean,
Anyway,
like we can go back and forth. We're
so
versatile.
I feel like I was trying to like crack the code today and I feel like my kids are at the age so they're 18 months apart, 18, 19 months apart for those of you who don't know. And I feel like they're at that age right now. They're 18 months. My youngest is 18 months and 3, which are like two peak developmental like
Yeah,
ages.
they are.
And holy shit, am I feeling it? Because these last couple weeks, like all good things, like I know all of these, like what do they call them? Uh, Leaps or whatever the F they
Right,
call
right.
them. Like they're really beneficial, but like going through them and like, oh my God, it's been crazy and it's been happening at the same time. And some of it's been self induced. Like, so I kind of have talked about Gio's whole passy journey saga.
Oh my God. And you're a
And
queen.
so he is officially passy free. He is weaned from the passy. It's been since last Monday. So today is Wednesday. So a week and a half. Like,
Incredible.
yeah. So I think I last left off on the podcast saying that like we did the passy fairy, but then he wasn't ready. And then I gave in, which was like the number one mistake, which is so crazy because I'm such like an avid like sleep trainer. I'm a behavior analyst. Like I don't give in, follow through. And like,
No, but they always say that the behavior analysts are the worst moms because we're so sick of like
yeah. And like anyone,
implementing ABA.
anyone who's done like the passy weaning, especially who's waited like me until they're 3, and like Geo can talk and express himself. And the thing about the passy is it's like his emotional support item. So like he doesn't understand why he can't have that anymore, or maybe he does, but like there's something about, maybe your toddler throws a toy, right? And you take it away. They're like mad, angry, they tantrum. But like taking away a passy, like he wasn't mad. He never
Yeah, it's
tantrumed. He
different.
was sad. Like the tears in his eyes, the sad, the words and phrases he was saying, like, "Mom, I can't do this. Please, can we do it? Can we try again next week? Like, I'm not brave enough. Like, please, I don't want to do it." Like literally, it gives me the biggest pit, makes me want to throw up talking about it. But like when they're saying that to you and you're just like the freaking monster taking this thing away, like, no, bitch,
Yeah.
give it to me. Oh my God. It was just heartbreak. So those first couple nights, just like anything, were like really hard. It was like sleep training all over again, honestly. Like, because the thing is, I would go in there but the thing is, he has to learn to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
So, and we are not co-sleepers in our house. Like we've never brought them into bed once, and I don't want to start that journey. That is like our one place. If anything, we'll come in the bed. Like we'll go in his room. But I stayed strong, and really, it just like they say, few nights and then he was fine. And my
No, I'm
biggest
so
like
proud of
fear
you.
my biggest fear about winning the passy, really why I've been holding it off, is because what I've read is they kind of fight naps. And now that he's 3, or drop them all together. And now that he's 3, nap is up, and that like a lot of 3-year-olds don't nap anymore. So the nap was already something special, that like good thing that I had going. And I know it was because of the passy, because that was, he got to go in the crib. He got to suck on the pat. That was the only contingent on sleeping. So I was
Yeah.
really nervous that like once I get rid of this passy, like naps are done. So, but knock, knock, knock on wood. So far, it's been okay. Like the first
Yeah.
couple nights, I really was like, "Oh, he's gonna drop this nap," but like, I don't. You picking up when I'm laying down? I'm not gonna say, but like, it's been okay. So
Nope.
far.
We don't have to say anything out loud that we don't
So
need
yeah,
to say
that's
out
been
loud.
Gio's whole journey. So like, great things. He's doing great. But like, it took like a week and a half, and it was
But
hell.
hey, can you give yourself some credit real quick?
Sure. No, I know. For real though, and I even was
Toot
telling
your
Taylor,
horn. Toot
I
toot.
know. I really do need to toot my horn, because I did it all by myself. Because, like, no offense, my husband works and he doesn't get home till after
Right.
they get to sleep. Because so I've been doing all of that. And the thing that Julian's going, which I'll get in a minute, his sort of thing he's going through at 18 months, also happens at night. So it's both of their sleeps, which is like even worse. And that's where my anxiety really starts to spiral, is like the sleep aspect. Because I was blessed with good sleepers, so when their sleep gets effed, like I get really anxious and they spiral. So, yes, Gio's been a rock star and I've been a rock star. So,
Yeah.
Julian is 18 months, which we kind of talked about. 18 months is like peak development, like sleep regression, a lot of things happen. And so I had told you how, like, well, when I dropped him off at my parents, like, he didn't even, none of the things that I was reinforcing, like my parents do, and
Yeah.
he was doing fine. So I was like, you know what? I have to stop reinforcing the bad habits at night. So
Oh yeah, you were gonna square up. You were ready to like
yeah,
take
I
this
think that's
on.
where he left off. So I did. So one of the bad habits, we've been rocking him to sleep at night because it's just easier, and he goes to sleep and he doesn't cry. And I don't know why. I used to be so strong. Like, why do I not like when my babies cry? Ew. Just kidding. But we would rock him to sleep, one. And two, ugh, the mom police are going to really get me at this. He's 18 months old and he still was on a bottle at night. Sorry, come arrest me. Come take me
It's not a big
away. The
not
thing
a big
was,
deal.
like, he went to sleep. It was easy. Like, what do you want me to do? I have 2 small children. But I knew it was time to like cut that out. So I did. So I stopped giving him a baby bottle and I stopped rocking him to sleep. I plop him in awake. And just like Geo, first couple nights were like, what's going on? What the F? And then now, asleep,
Oh my
asleep.
god. Like
So
double toot.
tootly tootly toot toot. I know I was gonna kind of save that as my mom win, because like that's why I don't know if it seems to you that I haven't been very present on the chat, but like I've just been going through it, and like all good things, but I'm tired. I've been momming really hard the last couple weeks, and like I'm
Yeah.
exhausted. I'm
It's
exhausted.
exhausting.
Yeah. So that's really, I can't even think of like what we've done outside of that. That's just my update.
Yeah, I know that's what's sad is like yeah, because like we've been sick, so like not much. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we did go to Asheville. It was Sam and I's longest time without Jonah
Yeah. How was
um
that?
together. Um, it was fine. Dare I say it was fine? Like
But then he got sick in the middle of it. So that you said
yeah,
that was
I mean, like,
hard.
I also, like, just fully trust my sister and my brother-in-law, and, like, I was totally fine, and they, like,
Yeah.
were entertaining him and doing all the things with him, so, like, I really had no worries, but then, yes, that last day the day we were coming home was the day he got sick, and he was throwing up and lethargic and just, like so it just kinda like, that day sucked because I was just
Yeah.
like, "Ugh, I'm away from my baby," like, while he's, like, so ill, but, like, they did great and they, um,
I mean,
they handled it and I
they've
knew
been
they
through
could,
this a couple times. Yeah. They know.
Yeah, exactly, like, I wasn't like yeah, it was just more of, like, my mommy heart being like, "Ugh, like, I wish I could be there to, like, cuddle him and
Yeah.
all that," but he did so good, we did so good, yeah, the thing is, like, with weddings, like, I just it's sad. I just don't count it as a vacation, I really don't, especially when you're,
No.
like, part of the family of the wedding, so
Yeah.
it's like you have all these events and all the things, and, um, it was just, like, such a jam-packed weekend
Yeah.
that, like, yeah, we didn't really get, like, a second to really, like, go enjoy Asheville or, which I will say actually, like, being in Asheville, it's been 6 months since the hurricane. Ooh, like it looks fine, but like there are some parts where I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
it's still like pretty rough with like debris and
Yeah.
um just like destruction. It's like crazy. So
Yeah. No, I wouldn't count
um
that as a vacation for sure. You still need to do your baby moon or figure something out.
I know, which actually speaking of, can I tell you on baby list, I don't you probably knew this, but I just discovered it because I'm lame. But on baby list on the registry, you can register for a baby moon fund.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I knew they do like money. I didn't realize. That's cute.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
I'm gonna put that on my actually, remind me, I wanna send you my registry just to, like, look over and tell me that I'm fine.
Yeah, no,
I
I've
need
been
I
wanting
need
to
a
watch it.
pair of
I
eyes.
actually weirdly Oh, you're doing it on Baby List, that's why. Because I tried to search for your registry on Amazon because I just, like, wanted to know, like, the vibes, but, like, it wasn't
No,
there.
I'm doing it on baby list because it's easier that way, I feel like, because also, like,
Yeah,
it
because
just
Baby
directs you
List reaches out to, like, all different platforms, right? Like
right,
yeah,
right, mhm.
it's like
So,
there's a wedding one of equal.
um, Zola?
I don't know, there's probably a couple,
One
but
of
yeah,
those,
like,
yeah.
it does Target, Amazon,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So, so yeah, I'll send that to you later,
Okay, great.
um, but yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I'm like, maybe I'll like send it a little early so
I mean, yeah,
y'all
send
can
it
help me
now.
pay for my beach trip.
Yeah, that's exciting. Anything
Yeah,
else we need to catch up on, or
I'm
should we
trying to
just get
think
into
like
it?
pregnancy, baby. I mean, yeah, like being sick while pregnant sucks, but I'm not
Yeah.
even really like sick. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like I
even
never
when
had
you
a
were
fever.
sick last week, like, you weren't that bad.
Yeah, like I never had a fever. It's just been like severe congestion and cough and sore throat. The sore throat because you
Yeah.
really can't do
Well,
much.
I think that's the thing about being pregnant when you're sick is you can't take anything. It's all the natural. Let's shout out Chriselle. She's been pushing the onion on you.
Oh my god, the onion tea. Goddamn. Yeah, no, and she's probably onto something, but I'm just too white for that shit. But I don't know.
I was
Yeah, a
just
lot of
listening
cough
to a
drops.
podcast with Kristen Cavallari, and she's very crunchy too. And when she's sick, she takes like oregano pills, and I'm like, oh my god, my acid
Oh,
reflux is bubbling just used saying that.
huh,
But
interesting.
yeah, I don't know. We're
Yeah.
just
So
not
yeah,
natural
sister.
girlies. Like you and I are keeping big pharma in
Well, like with
business,
when it comes to like if I'm sick, there's something that's got to make me feel good. So, bada bing, bada boom.
right?
Let me
Even
take
though
the
it's
the
not
pharmaceutical.
targeting the root cause, like I don't care in that moment. Like I just want to feel better.
Yeah, like just yeah. Like I miss the times where I could breathe like correctly and
Yeah.
out of both nostrils without having no my nasal spray is on overtime.
Yeah, you
It's
really
on
gotta
over
wean off the nasal spray.
I know, but, like, right now with all of this and then, yeah, cough drops and no, it's not fu yeah, for someone who takes a medication for any ailment, Like,
I know.
it
It's
has
hard
been
when you're
hard,
pregnant.
but I mean, I did cave and take Benadryl for like 3 nights because,
Not
like, my
cave,
sleep
like,
was
Benadryl's
terrible.
pregnancy safe, but
I
okay.
know Benadryl is pregnancy safe, but still,
Did it help?
I don't know. What?
Did it help?
I don't know. I mean, it helped me
Yeah.
sleep, but I
Oh,
don't think
good.
it really, like, helped any symptoms. So, I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe yeah, I'm just gonna be a little sicker for a little longer and
You're
because
just
I
being
can't take
humbled, it's
anything.
fine.
I have been humbled because all winter I've been like, "Oh my god, like, we've gotten nothing, like, look at us, we're
Jonah
so"
never gets sick.
and ba-boom, it
I
happened,
feel like that's what
so
happens, like, you're either like me where you're constantly sick, but, like, it's always just, like, cold, whatever, or you never get sick, but when you get sick, it's like flu,
yeah, you get sick, sick.
yeah,
I don't know if I don't no, it wasn't flu, I don't know what it was, but whatever.
whatever.
So, that's been that. I'm trying to think, like, pregnancy-wise. I'm a little over halfway, which is kinda crazy. Um,
You have an appointment tomorrow.
I have an appointment tomorrow, I have high risk the next week, and then cardiology the
Yeah,
week
this
after
is
that.
where you have, like, bing, bang,
Yeah,
boom
bing, bang, boom,
appointments.
like a bunch of
Yeah.
appointments in the next few weeks. So and actually, it's funny, Jonah has the cardiologist appointment next week
Oh,
as
yeah, that's
well.
right.
So, like, he's seeing Jonah Monday, and then he's gonna see me on Friday.
Oh, it's the
Like,
same
so
person?
funny. Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, I know. Well, I requested him because I love him, and
Yeah.
he's the
No, I
best,
love that.
so yeah, so that's that, and then just I've been feeling like besides for being sick, I actually, like I feel okay, like, I do.
Good,
So, um, yeah,
good.
so there's that. Um, anything else about no, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
like
like, just
we'll just get into it.
we're just get into it. This is gonna be our advice segment. Finally. Hold on, I need to cough.
Yeah, so we had, people write in I don't know the vibes. She wouldn't let me look at the things, but I think
I
we
never
the
do.
criteria we said was, like, any questions, advice, like, I don't know,
Yeah,
really
any of that
anything.
kinda thing. Yeah, I'm too controlling to let Savannah have any control, so,
Serious oh, yeah, we won't get into that. But
Oh, wait, we didn't talk about our girly night that we had that last weekend.
oh, yeah, we did have a girls' night.
We did. We had a girls' night with the Mamas plus Monica.
Yeah, the thing about Jonah is he can sleep through anything. So, like, that was the whole thing of, like, we wanted to have a girls' night, but, like, we all have children, so it's like, whose house are we gonna go
No,
to?
but we wanted a girls' night at someone's house
Yeah, someone's
because,
house,
like,
yeah. We just
I
wanna
don't
go
know,
to
sometimes
dinner.
you don't wanna dress up, you just wanna, like, have a girly time at a house with the girls,
No, we
like, and not, like
literally not one of us drank. Well, obviously you didn't drink, but, like, it was just a sober soiree full of food and, like, good vibes and, like,
yeah, we did, like, the board, like, everybody brought, like, a themed board,
yeah.
and, yeah, it was really fun and nice to yeah, no, that's the thing about my children or, like, God willing, next child too. My children will sleep through parties. My children will be able to sleep like, because I'm sorry, like, your mama's gonna have people over and hang out. Like, I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
quiet for
you
you.
you said he actually woke up when there was silence, like, when we
I
left.
know.
That's really
That's the
funny.
that's the funny part. Yeah, so it's like, I just yeah, like, no no no, so every like, all of you were so surprised that he was sleeping, and I'm like, "Man, I had a whole New Year's party here,
You
like,
know,
later."
I'm psycho with the sleep. Like, as soon as my kids are asleep, I lock myself in the opposite room, like the far opposite room of the house, close the
Yeah, that's
door.
so crazy of
I
me.
always watch my TV really down low with the subtitles on. Like, I'm psycho because I'm just so worried that anything's gonna wake them up. When in
Them kids
reality,
are asleep.
yeah, I'm sure that it wouldn't be like that. For naps, I'm even more psycho because I feel like naps they're lighter. When they're usually like bedtime, like they're knocked out pretty much. But
Yeah.
any hoosers, yeah, it was a
Yeah. So
great
we did
girly
do that.
swirly night out,
That is
and
something we did do. So,
yeah,
yeah, everybody came to my house. It was fun.
it was fun.
Okay, now back to our advice segment. So, yeah, so we like said, so we want to do this like monthly. I think it'll be really cute to do like advice or questions or anything of that sort. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started.
Are some of
So,
them like they're anonymous, right?
yeah, they're all anonymous. No, I
Oh,
deleted the ones that were like obviously my friends being lame.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Like,
Were some obvious,
no,
like,
I deleted those. I did only
why is
legit
Lila
questions.
so beautiful?
Well, actually, it's fun. I don't know who sent this one, but I still put it in the lineup because I'm not sure. So,
Oh,
because
okay. Oh god.
I
Okay,
think it's
just go.
mostly directed towards me.
Okay.
So it says, "What are your beauty secrets? How do we get such beautifully deep red hair?"
I
I
was gonna
wonder
say,
who this.
why do you know that the beauty secret one is about you, bitch? But I see now.
Well, it could be for both of us because you're like, well, we could talk about both because we both have such opposite beauty routines and beauty, like things with us. So
Wait,
we can both.
can you repeat the question?
Yes. So, what are your beauty secrets?
Oh, beauty secrets. Okay.
And then, how do
And
we
the
get
hair
such
part.
beautifully deep red hair?
I will skip that one.
So, beauty secrets. I mean, besides just being like naturally gorgeous as we are, um, I think, well, I'll speak on my behalf and then,
Okay, great.
you speak on yours, but I'm a very minimal girly. um, the thing is with me, I like to like look really ugly during the week. And then like when I do wear makeup and people are like, whoa, that bitch is pretty.
Yeah.
Like then like everybody's shocked that like I'm actually like decent looking. Um that and just like I really wear like well, I also have a really like in-depth skin routine,
Yeah, you
which
take your skincare very seriously, which I
I
never
do.
did up until recently. Maybe you inspired me, I don't know. But
Oh
I
my God.
I really
Yeah,
would
well,
go to bed, like, shower, and nothing on my face, like, literally,
oh
no
my God, that's
moisturizer, no oil, no nothing. Now I have an in-depth routine, but, like, that was literally up until, like, 4 months ago. I was
no,
doing
that's
nothing on my
wild.
face. Because I have such sensitive skin, I always thought if I, like, put oils and stuff before I go to bed, like, I'm gonna break out, so I just would put nothing on my skin.
No, but
And
it
then
absorbs, babe.
yeah, so maybe you
Yeah.
inspired me, I don't know.
Well, I have one of my best friends is an esthetician, so she like has guided me and I get facials with her and stuff and um so I will say that yeah, I have a very in-depth skin routine that I'm not going to like tell you guys because it's like everybody's skin is so different.
That's the thing, you
Um
kinda have to, like, figure out your skin type, your
so
skin needs.
individualized.
It's very individualized, but that's a good
Yeah,
tip is,
so
like, going to a professional and, like, having
yes, go to
them.
go to the esthetician. I swear to
Yeah.
God, it'll change your life. So I do that, and then yeah, I have a very serious skin routine. I'm morning and night like regiment. Like, do not leave the house without it. Do not go to bed without it. And then yeah, I wear very clean makeup too. Like I've really been going through like the whole Sephora clean lines rather than because like have you heard about talc
Yes.
and how like awful it is for you and that it literally causes cancer? Yeah, so like I almost every makeup line has talc
Mhm.
in it, which is so crazy. So like I've been finding makeup lines and there's not very many but that are talc free, which one
Mhm.
of them is Kosas. I love
Mhm.
Kosas though. It is such a good brand. I have almost everything from them. Like especially like for my face like foundation,
Mhm.
powder, concealer, all that. But I also use Ilia. Do you know the Ilia like serum?
Mhm. You're
I mean, yeah.
very like, you shop at Sephora a lot, like, all your stuff is from Sephora, like, you're not a
All my stuff
drugstore
is from
girly.
I am not a drugstore girly. I'm sorry. I'm
And
bougie.
I am, so that's why we're opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, there's like I like NYX lipsticks. I like
Yep.
there's some things that I do like drugstore wise, but no, I am much I'm the bougier one, but like I use a little bit of it, you know what I mean? So the
Mhm.
Ilia is very nice for a mom. I feel like cuz it's just like it's tinted serum, it's 40
Mhm.
SPF. You slap it on, put a tiny bit of cuz I like matte more than I like dewy skin. So I slap
Yeah,
on a tiny bit
I'm
of
the same
powder just
way.
to set it, put on my eyebrows and I'm gone. And I
Mhm.
feel like that's like the best stay at home
Mhm.
mom makeup. So
Mhm.
that's me. And then when I go out and I do, and I
Yeah,
indulge, but not very much. Now,
yeah.
now get into you while I drink some water.
I mean, I might not seem like it, but when I'm home and I don't leave the house, like, I am not wearing makeup. I, like, don't wear makeup probably, like, 80% of the time. I only wear makeup when I'm going on YouTube for millions of people to see, or yeah, like going out. But when I do wear makeup, I'm the opposite, where it's like if I'm gonna spend time doing my makeup, like I'm gonna do my makeup. Like I know this whole like clean girl, like no makeup look is like the aesthetic now, but like I don't know. I grew up in like the 2016 like YouTube Jeffree Star.
Do we dare say that you used to have a makeup Instagram?
Well, we said it. So yeah, like I've always been into makeup. Yeah,
No, but you are. It's so cool. Like,
I don't go crazy as I used to, like with the buying of the makeup because I'm a mother. But I still love, yeah, I would just sit there on YouTube like for hours and just like watch. Now I could never, but yeah, no, I've been into it for a while, but yeah, like I said, I had like no skincare routine because my skin is also very sensitive. So I always thought like I put nothing on my skin. But now, especially also with my anxiety, I was like, I think having like a skincare routine will like help just like calm me down for nighttime. Like, and it
it's
really does.
routine.
It's like therapeutic. So now I do have a good skincare routine, but I agree, every skin is different. So, because that's the thing, like why you need to get with an esthetician and professional. Because like I have oily skin, so I always thought I just needed matte products or like to put nothing on my skin, like I needed to dry my skin out. But that's just not how it works. Actually, sometimes you your skin is overcompensating and like putting more oil,
Yeah.
so like you just never know. So like go to professional. But yeah, I think bottom line is like we're just naturally beautiful. I will say the one thing we have in common is like our eyebrows. Where like our eyebrows are like
But we cannot
non-existent.
leave the house without. So Savannah and I have both been blessed with no eyebrows.
No, I you might not believe it because we got eyebrows here, but like we got none.
We got nothing and it sucks. So we have to fill in our eyebrows no matter what because or else we look like fucking aliens. So
Well, apparently it's like a thing now. Have you seen it? Like
I
Miley
have and
Cyrus with bleached eyebrows. Like
I can never could never be me.
I like that we're getting more representation, but like I just can't do it.
Well, finding redhead eyebrows, let me tell you how
Yeah.
hard that
You have
was
to use
for
like
a long time.
eyeshadow.
And only in the last 10 years. No, because I never, not even, probably 10 years ago was when I discovered that I need to do my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And once I did, guess who was the first to come out with it? Rihanna.
Mm.
She came out with the auburn color. And then now Kosas has one, thank goodness. But like, yeah, a lot of people, the redhead community, no, they do not include us in the makeup business. What's makeup or hair? Because let me tell you, I'm trying to find like little ways to like maybe stretch my salon visits a little bit more because goddamn,
Yeah,
every 4
those,
weeks
like,
is hard.
fill-in makeup
Nothing,
things.
Savannah.
Yeah,
There's
I've seen
nothing.
them.
Or the red is like the crazy red, like the
Yeah,
red that's like not naturally red.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, the redhead represent it even on Apple emojis. We just got a redhead emoji like 2 years ago. Like, and it's just a straight haired redhead. What about the curlies? Like, don't get me started. There's a lot of
Yeah,
redhead misrepresentation or no like representation. So
but I
I
guess
could go on.
to answer that question about how you get the deep red hair, so do you just
Oh
tell
yeah.
your
So my
hairstylist, like, what do you say?
well, so my hair, this isn't so far off from my natural hair. My natural hair is maybe a shade lighter than this,
Mhm,
but I only started dyeing my hair when I turned 30. So right before my wedding, actually. Actually, my wedding was when it was the first time so I turned 30 and I dyed my hair for the first time. Um, and yeah, I've stayed. She's been a master of keeping my hair color the same, and I've experimented with highlights and things like because I
you've
never
gone,
got to
like,
when I was
a
a
little
teenager.
darker, a little lighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've experimented with like color. Um, so right now, yeah, I'm just like kind of in my like darker era. And I'm just like a shade darker than my natural. And she kind of does like a little coppery thing sometimes. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I've just kind of like let her take the wheel because I like I don't know. I'm not
You
like
trust her.
so picky. Yeah, I trust her and I've been with her for like 6 years. So she's literally my queen. But yeah, so that's my secret, I guess. But I'm in the salon every 4 weeks because my hair gets gray, especially being pregnant too. When it's growing so fast, my
Mhm,
grays are growing out faster.
mhm.
Ugh, don't get me started. So the revolving door of being at the salon. That's my secret. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going to be taking like lots of sips of water. All right. I work in a field that won't be easy to get back into. I worry that if I quit my job, I won't have anything to go back to once I'm ready to go back to work. But as I continue to keep going to work, I can't help but feel like I'm making a huge mistake by not being at home with my baby. Any advice?
Oh, that's so hard. Oh,
So hard.
I feel you. Ugh.
Yeah, first of all, like I feel you, girl.
Because that was
Cuz
kind of you, because you had worked your way up like to this peak role that like you thought that that's all you wanted, and then when you left, it's obviously not going to be waiting for you when you get back. So
right.
yeah, I guess you take the like how did you navigate that, or what would be your advice?
It took me a year and a half to to make the decision
Yeah.
because I was so like,
Well, to be clear, Jonah kind of made it for you
well,
too.
Yeah, Jonah said, "Hold my beer, bitch." But besides, well, no, but I made that decision
No, that's
before.
true. That's why it's so
Remember?
crazy.
I'm so sorry. So I will say, yeah, and it was like an internal battle every single day going to work. Tears in my eyes welling up as I drive in. Like
Yeah.
seriously crazy. But like um but for me it's like it cuz I do love working. I do. And I do want to go back at some point. Um but I will say to like give you some sort of advice like I don't know, like for the it is priceless being able to be with your kids and like you really don't get this time and if you do have that's the thing I'm not sure if you do have the opportunity to but if you do I don't know for me I'm like is there a way you can like demote yourself for a little bit and work part-time or like or I cuz you're saying it's not an easy field to get back into um
Yeah. I know it's hard with not without context of like what she does or
what the job is
but
yeah
I would say like also having like an open communication with whoever the boss is or the man, like have an open conversation of like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Like, is there, and maybe they have something for you or a compromise. Maybe they don't want to lose you, so they're willing to put you on pause or whatever. But if it's not that black and white, then I don't know. From my experience, also, like you said, it's a privilege to be able to stay home as much as we complain about it because it is really hard and it's a hard job too. Like it's not, it's
mhm.
apples to oranges staying at home, going to work. But like the time that you get with your children, it is a privilege for sure. So if you have that ability, I mean,
Yeah, and if your spouse has said like go ahead, like
from
I
all the
just
moms
might.
that I have heard that have done it and they've been in pretty high up positions, they have not regretted it. But,
Yeah,
you know, every case is different. I would say have like a sit down with
like
your
work,
work team and like kind of talk
but
it
also
through
like work will always be there
in some capacity. But she was
in
saying
some
like the
capacity.
position she had or where she, you know, it's hard to get that again, which I
Yeah.
get. I get that.
I mean, because also in my like situation, I don't want to be in that position anymore. Like that was
Right.
my
You
thing.
were
It was like
burnt
it
out.
was way too much for me and I needed a
Yeah.
quality of life change. And that's what I was trying to do. And then Jonah said, hold my beer.
Yeah.
So
But even to that same point, it's like your kids are also never going to be this young again. Like you're going to blink
yeah.
and they're going to be in school and you can go to work now because they're in school and you have all this time at
Because it's
home.
really only 5 years
Exactly. And that's
per
why
kid.
I also have every intention to go back to work, but that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like in 5 years they're going to be in school. Of course I'm going to go to work, but this is the time that I have to like make those memories, watch them grow and
Yeah.
I don't know, be home with them. But yeah, it's tough. I mean,
But if the guilt is eating you away,
mhm.
then something needs to be done. Because that's what was happening with me is the guilt was eating me alive,
Yeah.
right? Or if you have a therapist, like talk to your therapist about making the decision
Yeah.
or you know, your partner, your people at work, like whatever it
Yeah, I would say talk to somebody. But I agree, like the guilt, even for me, I was working part-time, but I honestly felt like as a, because I was a supervisor, so I was like supervising other people. I felt like I was not doing a good job. I was doing a disservice
right,
to my clients, to
same.
my trainees that my therapists that were under me. Like I was not present at work. Like I was present, but I wasn't present. I wasn't doing a great job. I was
Well,
not being a good
speaking of
therapist.
I don't know if you heard the Call Her Daddy episode with Ellen Pompeo or whatever her
Oh, I've
name
seen
is from.
clips. Yeah, I
Yeah, so
love
she
her.
was talking about that actually, funny enough. She's like, you are never going to be 100% anywhere.
Mhm.
Like whether you're at work, at home, none of it, right? So she's like just do what makes you happy. Like
Yeah.
uh so it's interesting. So anyway, I it's hard, girl. Like you just have to make the decision. I think that's like that was what was hardest for me is like making the decision and being at peace with my decision.
Yeah.
Um
And make sure like
so
you're the one making it for you and for what's going to bring you peace and
bring you joy like this
yeah.
there's only one life and only one childhood for your kids, and if you have the opportunity, I see no problems. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And just remember,
hopefully.
you work to live, you don't live to work. So, like, yes, that you've made it your way to this level, but your
But maybe
family,
even talk, like I said, talking to them about like a downgrade, like,
yeah, I would definitely talk to your team and like maybe figure something out. And if they,
yeah,
if they give you a really horrible answer, like, no, then that kind of would give me my
then that kind of
answer.
gives you your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck, girl.
Good luck.
All right. This one I think is more for you. Um,
Yeah.
do you have picky eaters? And how do you
Wow.
deal?
We just throw me under the bus. Oh my god, I should post the video of Geo eating the
No.
blueberry. No, I would never. Um, yeah, well, yes. Spoiler alert, I do. Was it just do I? Was that the question?
Do you, and how do you deal?
I cry a lot. Just kidding. No. So, yes, I would say I kind of have two ends of the spectrum because my oldest, who's 3, he the thing is, I did all of the quote unquote right things with him. I did the baby led weaning, I did the purees, like I did everything to the book with him. And then he was eating all the different foods, all the different textures. Like I was doing everything to the book of what I was thought I was supposed to be doing. And then right at like 12 months, right when he turned a year, I remember something just like
Yeah.
switched and he just refused. Like he just became this picky eater, which kind of showed me for my second like I can do all the right things and some kids are just going to be picky I also have noticed it's kind of like a real it comes in waves, it's not usually permanent. um but yes, he's extremely picky. But we've recently, it's weird, 3 years old, that's one of his developmental things. Like he's been open to, for the longest time he was not even open to trying something new. Now he's a lot more open, I think, because he's more aware and more aware of like earning things, like also the social, he's very social, so I think like seeing other people like try foods, it's like eating is social, we know that, bitch. um but yes, so I would say when he first started being really picky, I would get in my head. So I would spiral so hard about it. I'd be like, he's not going to be full enough to go to sleep. Like he's not getting enough nutrition, like spiral, spiral, spiral. And I think I just had to like slap myself and be like, honestly, these toddlers these days can literally survive on a cheese stick and like a Cheez It. They will be fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I just had to really just look at myself and be like, you're being crazy, like he's okay. The thing that we do, so he's super picky. He only like likes his meals. So like rice and chicken is like his number one thing. He loves plain white rice, chicken. He's very meat
That's not a bad go-to meal.
he's very meat and potatoes. So like the fruits and the veggies are where he just is, it's really hard. So, and I've talked to, the thing is, I also talk to my pediatrician about this every single appointment. I'm still picky, still picky. So basically what we do with the fruit and veggies is we have to sneak it in. We just have to sneak it in. He will not eat raw. I call him raw, but like
I
raw
mean,
fruit,
yeah.
like fruit right out of the tub. He will not. It's like a texture thing. I don't know. He just won't. So we sneak it in. We put it in smoothies and yogurts. He loves smoothies. He loves yogurts. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And you get some dairy and other stuff in there too. And then the veggies we sneak in through like sauces or like meatballs, like chop up some
Mhm.
veggies in there. So we just sneak it in. And I told my pediatrician that. I was like, the only way he eats fruits and veggies is if we sneak it in. And she said, that's okay. So yeah, I think I was just the only one beating myself up for it. Like nobody else. Like it's normal.
Yeah, you've
Um,
definitely gone through a journey of it and you're so much like more at peace with it.
yeah, and I will say now, so we kind of are revisiting the fruit and the veggies, like letting him earn stuff by trying. So he's doing so good. He's really trying. It's like a phobia almost, the texture. Like he puts a blueberry in his mouth and he
No,
just
he's
starts like
trying so
he's
hard, but
trying
he
so
just like
hard.
physically can't stomach it.
It's the texture.
It's
Yeah,
not a
I don't know.
behavioral thing for him. It's really
No,
not.
it's really not. So we're working through it, but I would say just give yourself grace because I've been there and it really sucks. Now, Julian, on the other hand, and again, I did not do everything to the book with Julian because he's second child's problems. So I was like, you're going to eat what we eat, like whatever. Like, I'm not going to like sit down and make you purees or whatever. And he's not near as picky as Geo. So it just goes to show you can do everything, quote unquote, right. And like the kids are going to do whatever they want. And yeah. So my advice for picky eaters, just they're going to do what they want to do. You just got to ride the wave. You really got to ride the wave.
And as
You,
long as like their pediatrician isn't concerned about their growth or weight or whatever, like
Well, that
you're
was another
Gucci.
thing, I guess. Thank you for bringing that up. Like Geo has been in the 99th plus percentile since in utero, but like yeah, so I think that's why people laugh like cuz I go to the pediatrician like he's not eating, let alone he's like this linebacker looking kid and she's like I think he's eating just fine.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, so I think yeah, just give yourself grace, talk to your pediatrician, but it's really normal. And I get a lot of validation by like going to other moms and that was the thing I would go to these story times and I'd see like these organic things and all, oh my kid eats and that's the problem with social media too because he's like, "Oh, what my toddler
Right.
eats in a day, this like lettuce wrapped like this and like, oh, like, we're going to go to Indian with my toddler." Like Geo could never. Um that's not real, okay? It's not reality, so, like, don't compare
Yeah.
yourself to that. Like, you're doing your best. Um, and
Your
I
child is fed and on the growth charts, like you're doing great.
yeah, and I also think, like, Geo never going to, like, daycare or anything probably has to do with it because I know kids who, like, are immersed in, like, daycare that see other kids eat different foods or,
Mm,
like, a daycare where, like, you guys all eat the same thing, like, you're kinda forced in a way to, like, try new foods. So that probably has something to do with it too. But yeah, I survived. You'll survive. It's but it's hard. But I validate you because
yeah.
I've cried myself to sleep about it many times, like, earlier postpartum me. But I've just accepted it's my reality now. And I mean, luckily at restaurants, like everyone has white rice pretty much and grilled chicken. So I'm okay.
Yeah.
And he eats like pizza and pasta, like
Mhm.
he's just very like the things he likes and trying new things is hard, but he's getting better about trying new things. Um, but yeah, the trying new things, he's stuff. He loves a cake pop though.
Who
You know who
doesn't?
you know who loves a cake pop? Again, the mom please, because he's 18 months old. But Julian loves. Oh my god. He calls him pop pop. Pop pop.
My God,
He like
that's so
I
cute.
came home this morning because I went to the doctor and I stopped at Starbucks for me. So I have the Starbucks bag and he's like, pop, 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 pop. And I was like, yes, I got you a cake pop. Shoves the whole thing in his mouth. Just, he loves it. Anyway, yeah, I guess that was
Okay.
for me.
That was a good answer.
Thanks.
All right. Our next question. Where can I get cute, not frumpy maternity clothes? May I take this?
Please.
Thank you so much. So, as a girl who loves to shop, especially online, um, I will say you might want to spend a little more money for a little bit of a better quality if you want it to like last your whole pregnancy. Because my last pregnancy, I just went on Shein and like bought pregnancy clothes and they all like tore by the end. You know what I mean?
You
Which like
you did refer me to one when we were both pregnant at the same time. There was a
the
website.
yes, I will get to that.
Oh, okay.
So
That was
that's
your
what I'm
first
saying. Like
pregnancy. You didn't do all Shein.
no, but like my jean, I did like a couple pairs of jeans, and well, I was working at the time too, so I was trying to buy like things I could wear to work more, and
Yeah.
um, I was like a little obsessed with maternity clothes my first
Oh
pregnancy.
yeah, I think everybody. Yeah.
And then this time I'm like, whatever fits. I don't
Yeah.
fucking get. But I did buy a pair of maternity jeans this time, and I will say, well, sorry. So let me backtrack. So I mean, but Shein's not bad. Like if you want to just like get some cheap, like get you through the few months you have to wear them, then sure. Um, I love Pink Blush Maternity.
That's
That's
what it was.
one.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, but it's not like overly expensive. It's kind of like in the middle.
They have deals a lot.
They have deals, they have good sales all the time, like 30-40% off your
Mhm.
purchases. And that's where I got like my dress for the wedding I just went to. I got a pair of maternity. They were like $75, which like that's a lot to pay, but they are the only maternity jeans I'm going to wear. Like I'm not wearing any other ones, and
Yeah.
that's kind of like how I justified it in my brain.
Yeah.
So, and I also what I like about Pink Blush as well is that the besides like jeans and stuff, but like the dresses and things, like they still look good on you when you're not pregnant. So it's like
Yes. I
that's
would.
what's like
Mhm.
finding things that are versatile for pregnancy versus not is I think the way to go as well. So I love Pink Blush. I love if you're going to like a wedding or like a nicer event of sorts. Have you ever heard of Baltic Born?
No.
Okay, so Baltic Born, um, so good is another one that I really like referring people to for like for like nicer dresses.
Hmm.
Um, Old Navy too, man. They've got good stuff.
Yeah. It's weird.
Um,
Pregnancy is the only time I will wear like those bodycon dresses. So I got a lot of those, and you can buy
yeah.
those not pregnant.
Hmm.
But yeah, I also think it depends like the season of when you get pregnant. So like our first
Yeah.
pregnancies, like we were biggest in the winter, so it was all these cute like dresses and sweaters, and like you're kind of on the same trajectory that I was with Julian. So it's like
I know. I'm
when
so
you get in
scared.
the summer, it's so effing hot that you like whatever is comfortable. Like comfortability is key, and it's so hot and you're sweating and your boobs are sweating, your back's sweating, your coochie's sweating. Like it just you don't care about cute at that point, to be honest.
I know. I am dreading the summer because I'm having a kid at the dead of summer, God willing. So,
Yeah.
um, So yeah, so that those are the yeah, Old Navy, they have like really good like packet like they do like two pairs of leggings with a pair of bike shorts
Mhm.
and a pair of, so it's like it's nice and it's all bundled for like $50. Or they have really good swim and again, Old Navy's also like reasonably priced cuz I'd be seeing some of these maternity websites that are like 100 plus for like a dress and it's like seriously fuck all the way off.
No,
Like
never pay that much for something that you're just gonna wear for this season in your life. I mean, I
yeah.
box away all my maternity clothes, like, to wear again. Like, I'm not gonna buy new ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just
I know, and I also like I already wear things larger than are than
yeah, we wear
I like
flowy
my clothes
stuff. Yeah, yeah,
baggy.
yeah.
Yeah, I like my clothes baggy anyway, so I do have a lot of things. Um,
Yeah.
but and I also did buy a pair of like a pack of 3 short sleeve shirts from Amazon, like
Mhm.
black, gray, and like dark green, and like I'm just gonna wear those 3 things like forever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's such a temporary phase in your life. So like don't go too crazy, but yeah, Pink Blush, Baltic Born, Old Navy, and then a little bit of Amazon. Like if you really just
Yeah,
read the
I
reviews.
did a lot of Amazon. Well, because I just lived in, like, bicycle shorts and, like, a baggy t-shirt. That was, like, my
Yeah.
appointment outfit. I wore it every appointment.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and I would say comfortability, like, comfort first.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know, but yeah, clothes are difficult right now for me too. So
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
get it. Yeah. Um, but yeah. Okay. All right. Do you have any advice to help feel more like yourself while pregnant and postpartum?
Ugh, that's tough.
Hmm.
Um,
While you're pregnant, I mean,
no, a lot of people feel that way because their body's changing a lot,
yeah,
and a lot of people have different feelings, but I personally, like, I give myself a pass when I'm pregnant. Like, I do not care about the weight, my scale, like, I'm growing a human, and but a lot of people, like, don't feel that way. They get, they, it's hard for them to see their body changing like that. So, I definitely you're valid in that. It's hard, but I would say, yeah, just giving yourself those validations of like, yes, you gained weight, you got fatter, but like you're also growing a human. It's a temporary, like we always say, it's a temporary phase, and you will get back. Like if you want to get back one day, you will get back there. But at this
Yeah.
point, the focus is like you're growing the human. Um, and a lot of it, like for pregnancy, I'm just talking like physical, but most likely you're the only one thinking that. Like nobody else is thinking like, "Oh my god, this big fat whale." Like nobody else is thinking that but you, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I will say too, like maybe like I think this counts for like pregnancy and postpartum. Like try to do one thing every day for you.
yeah.
Like um today I felt like very like while Jonah was at therapy, I'm like, ugh, I'm such like a lazy old hag. Like I need to do
Yeah,
something.
you've had a lot of guilt about like being,
A
you
lazy
know,
old hag. Yeah. So so like while he was gone, I just took a walk around the neighborhood.
cute.
Like I just needed like to go touch grass as the young people say.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like tomorrow I'm going to go to Whole Foods and I'm really excited about it actually.
Uh,
Like I have it planned
going
out.
to the grocery store, are you going alone?
Well, yeah, I'm going alone
Oh,
because
that's
I'm
the
just going to
best.
go right after my appointment. So, since I'll be in that part of town,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I'm like I don't know, and that's making me excited and like I'm doing something for myself, even though I
Yeah.
freaking hate
No,
grocery
that's good
shopping. But
advice. Yeah.
like doing something for at least one thing, like you don't have to do the whole like everything all the time for yourself, but just like one thing a day,
Mhm.
do it that makes you feel like you've done something for yourself.
Yeah.
And cleaning is not one of them. No,
No. Yeah,
not
I
cleaning.
think like going to pregnancy, yeah, there's a lot of like hormones, emotions. Like you don't feel yourself and you're not yourself. You have a lot of things working against you. You're literally growing an entire person. Um So, yeah, I would just give yourself a lot of grace and just find what's going to be good for your mental health, whether it be like I did a lot of journaling in pregnancy because I was really anxious like my entire pregnancy, or like you said, getting out of the house, doing something for you, talking about it, talking through it, just knowing that it's normal, that it's temporary. And then
Or
postpartum.
go for that. You know what? Go get that croissant. Go get that
Yeah.
cinnamon roll. Go do that. Like, I don't know, I'm on a cinnamon roll kick right now. And like go get that matcha latte. I don't know. Like for me it's just like all justified right now for pregnancy and postpartum. Like, you know?
Postpartum. Oh, yeah, that's a tough one because postpartum is just something like nobody prepares you for and nobody can prepare you for because you have no idea how it's going to affect you. I think like emotionally wise, mental health wise, like postpartum for me was hit me a lot
Yeah.
stronger. Um and then you have the physical aspect of it. Like you're literally like we say birth this whole new human. So just go listen to our postpartum episode if you want like even more further in depth because
Well, that yeah, and just
we struggled, but I think like having a good like support system around you, like to
mhm.
communicate, talk about it, be honest on those
Yeah,
surveys that they
be
tell you as a
honest.
doctor. Like, do not lie on those surveys. Even though I think that surveys like they need to do more than just
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
yeah,
But being honest with yourself, with your husband or partner,
yeah.
and with your friends, um, because then they can help you. Like that's like what, and I think so many women hide behind, I'm fine. No, you're not, bitch. Let's talk about it.
And
You
and
know?
the thing is it's hard to know when you're in it. Like it almost takes stepping outside of it. And then I realize like that's the thing I get so upset about because like weirdly my postpartum journey the second time around was so much better than the first. And I really thought it was gonna be opposite. I was like, well, I'm gonna have two under two. Like, oh my god. And the first time was so bad. The second time's gonna be so much worse. It wasn't. It really wasn't. It was so much better.
Yeah.
And it took me
Well, you knew what
experience
to expect.
yeah, and it took me experiencing that second time around to look at the first time around and be like, wow, that really was not normal. Like, I should have asked for help. And it gets me sad because it's like a whole year and a half went by. And like, I don't know, I just feel like you blink and you have a lot of regrets. Like, I wish I didn't spend all that time, like, so anxious, so depressed, so sad. Like, I wish I had just got the help I needed. We're
Yeah.
we're big proponents of medication, but whatever you mean. Also therapy. You're very pro
Yeah,
talk
I love my
therapy.
perinatal therapist. She's dope.
But yeah, just don't even though it's like common to feel that way, it doesn't make it normal. Like you shouldn't feel
Right.
that way. Like you don't deserve to feel that way. Your kids are only this small for this long. So even though you're valid in feeling that way, like doesn't mean you shouldn't get help.
Yeah.
And the get help, there's a lot of different ways to get help, whether it be like you said, like sometimes you can just cure it yourself by finding whatever you need to do, whether it be getting out of the house, doing something for you, or talking to somebody. But yeah, just
Go out with
kind of
friends. Go read a book for an hour. I remember Sam like once sent me to the coffee shop to go read a book for an hour. Like, you know what I mean? like
yeah,
do things that are still you because you lose a lot of yourself
a
during the
lot of
pregnancy and
yourself.
postpartum. So it's like, remember these little things. And then if they make you happy, then try to like get a way to carve out time to do it. So
And just give yourself a lot of grace. A
a
lot.
lot of grace.
Give your husband a
All
lot
right.
of grace because you're going to want to murder him.
Well, speaking of that, that's our next question.
Oh, yeah. I love a good
That's our last
murder.
question. It's a good one. So, what slash how can I tell my husband to help with during postpartum and to help support me?
You just got to speak up. You got to speak up. Honestly, and I'm saying this as someone who probably wasn't good at this then. Where our communication, like that's like our number one thing that it's always going to be an uphill battle, but we're really good on now. I know that like you just have to speak up. They cannot read our minds as much as we love to like talk shit about like he should know. Like you have to just tell them these men, God bless them, but like you have to lay it down for them.
Yeah.
So like
They need very direct, black and white, clear cut,
yeah,
like
because like we just said, when we're postpartum, a lot of it's like, wow, a lot of it's guilt of like, why am I feeling this way? I have a new child. I have this blessing. Like I'm fine. I should feel fine, but you're not fine, and that's okay. So you just need to speak. They're not gonna. The thing is, you're lying to yourself. So why are they gonna like think that you're you know, not fine when you're lying to them too. So you just have to speak up. I wish I had done that. So I'm giving you advice of what I wish I would done with Geo. I'm just been like, hey, I'm not okay. And I don't know what to do, but like we need to work through like I'm not okay. I need more. I That's another thing. Like I need more. I need you to show up more, whether it and kind of figure that out together. It's gonna look different. But like I need you to do more night feedings. I need you to talk to me, like give me affirmations of like I'm doing a good job because my mental health is plummeting. I need you to take the baby out of the house for 2 hours a day. Whatever that is, you have to speak up because
and you will like postpartum at least like you and your partner do come up with a system eventually. Just know that the first 6 weeks are a fucking shit show. Like of just trying
shit
to like
show.
get to a
Survive. You're just trying to survive at that point and
you're
like
trying yeah, you're in both of you are in survival mode not
and
only, but
like fight
also
or flight. Like it's a
you
lot.
guys are trying to find the routine that now fits this new little human that's part of your life. So, like, that's going to happen and that's okay. So, it's, and once you get in that little routine, like things get slightly, I'm not saying a lot better, but slightly better.
Yeah.
Right. So like the routine of, okay, he takes this feeding and I do this and I wash this
Yeah.
one and then you wash that, like, you know what I mean? So that all
And I think a lot of times
eventually
like
falls into place.
the men like don't even know about postpartum and like what that all entails because I remember like during your Sam and Lila quiz.
I know he's like, what? It's 3 months.
Yeah, like postpartum is 3 months. And then recently we were in the group chat and we asked all of our husbands like now
Oh,
outside looking in, how do you
wait, wait,
think
wait. Should I tell my story for, and
yeah, yeah,
then,
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, let me tell my story and then it leads to that. So we were at a funeral the other day and Sam and I were talking to a couple that's expecting and, and we were saying, yeah, like in the birth and, postpartum. And Sam turns to me and goes, well, your postpartum wasn't that bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. You have the
What
same
postpartum are
wife?
you talking about?
Oh, I just peed a little. Um,
Postpartum. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. It was so funny. I was like, were we on the same planet?
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that was a little over 3 years
That's what I
ago,
mean. Yeah,
but
like it's
like
the
he just doesn't remember. But I'm like, the anxiety, the depression, I was crying every day. Like, what do you mean I was fine? So we decided on the mom group chat to do like a little experiment of like what was their perception of your postpartum.
yeah, like postpartum at a
So
glance, looking back at it, however many years past
I
now.
guess Taylor was the only realistic one that
I was like, so like good, bad on a scale of whatever. Like, how do you think my postpartums have been? Not good. He's a man of few
not
words,
good.
but he's like not good.
And then like Griselli's was like I guess like Gardo like judged it based off of how he was treated.
He's like, you were mean to me, so
He's like, you were mean to me with Lucas, but with Ezra, not so mean.
so
And then like yeah, Ruby same thing. Like he was actually Calvin was also pretty realistic.
yeah.
So yeah, I
Bottom
just
line
thought it
is like
was
men are stupid. You have to just tell them like
yeah, men are dumb. You just have to say what you need and how you need it. And
and how
it
you're
sucks because
feeling.
it does take a lot of mental load on you. But like, I'm sorry, baby girl, but there's no other way.
Yeah, it's just gonna fester if like you don't say anything, and then yeah, you just
Because the sleep deprivation makes you
oh
into a monster too. So,
yeah, it's
ugh,
really just survival mode at that point. So
yeah.
you don't have a good line of communication going. It can be bad. So
So I guess like the way like to answer this question in a way of like tell them what you need. Um, but also like I guess prepare your husband that like I'm gonna need a lot because I'm recovering from this like not only medical thing that happened to me, but the hormonal drop and all that. So maybe like giving them some like articles on postpartum or
a
I don't know because I
video
know
to
some
watch. I don't know.
yeah I know some men like need that like like Sam's like that. He likes to like watch videos or like read about it. So maybe try that too if that's like something your hubs is down for.
Yeah.
So so yeah. Hopefully we did good on our first advice segment.
Yeah.
This was fun. I
It was
love
good.
answering people's questions.
I wonder why.
Because I am a selfless human being that loves to
hmm
help people. That's why.
Okay.
Anyway. Well, this was fun. And dare I say, that's our show.
Yeah. I mean, do you have winner fails or you want to? Yeah. We've been mothering really hard this couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
we'll get to that next week because my fail has just been this whole Jonah sick, me sick saga. And
Yeah.
I don't really have much because everything's been derailed. Like potty training's been derailed, like all of it.
Yeah.
So
Double ear infection. Oh, I remember.
I know. And he was in such a bad mood. So thank God. Shout out Renee. She's the one that actually caught
Caught
the
it.
fact that he was playing with his ears. So anyway, on that note, well, thank you so much for listening to the Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. If you don't already follow us, please follow us at Scrunchy Moms Club podcast on TikTok, on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the pink one. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a 5-star rating because that's all we are. And, you know, live long and prosper this week. We love ya. Bye.
Bye.